Welcome to RomWills Money Matters. Develop and follow a business plan. Now, that might seem basic, but let's just be real. Let's just be real. A lot of people get out here, they get a business, and they just going willy-nilly. They're just going willy-nilly. That's why most, and I'm going to say most businesses that get started fail within maybe 1 or 2 years because they didn't have a plan. And when I say a plan, it don't have to be anything complicated. Some business plans might be maybe a page, but it's just basically an outline of where you want to go with the business, the things you want to do. Now, if you want to get more complicated, you say, you could write out, say, well, okay, I want to do this with this situation or do that with that situation. But whatever the case, you still have it written down. I would suggest that before you even get the business started, have a plan. What do you want to do? What are you getting in business for? Because one of the things a plan is good for is keeping you going when you have those moments, which is going to be slow. I don't care what business you want. If you're in a business that's making like big money every day, let me know. In fact, you need to be doing these videos. Because I always joke about having 1,000 jobs. I've worked for, I would say, hundreds of people. I would say work for hundreds of people in their business. And you could see different things they had planned, things they were doing, things they needed help with. Yeah, I've seen a lot of businesses go out. They didn't have a real plan. Now, I've talked plenty of times about definitely doing something that you have some interest in. And that's first of all, but you need to write it down. There is no ifs, ands, and buts. Write it down. Write down a plan. Like I said, it could be a page. Just saying, this is what I want to do with my business. And you keep that up there. I mean, even when I was doing uploads, when I was doing this business, I had a very simple plan. I mean, I had something more complicated, but over my computer, I always said I had the word upload, upload, upload. The plan was to keep uploading stuff when I first got started, and that's still the plan. That's how I make my the majority of my money. I'm uploading something. I have a schedule. I have little paper written down here, and of what I'm going to do every week. I'm always planning. Before I do any of these YouTube videos, I always have a plan of what I'm going to write. I mean, you could even have a schedule of what you're doing. That's part of your plan. But you need to develop it first. You need to have an idea of what you're going to do. Because seriously, when you're talking about making money, you have to stay on something. Because if you just, okay, like say hypothetically, you one of those people just say, hey, you know what, I'm just going to go top of my head. I'm just going to go willy-nilly. Things going to happen. I'm going to tell you something in business. Because even when you have a plan, things happen. Things happen. Things come up. Somebody hits you up with something crazy. Like say you have a product all of a sudden and you thinking, okay, it's good. Everybody's buying the product. What happens when somebody wants to return that product? And it could be for a legitimate reason. Sometimes people get real slick. They'll use the product for that one time and then return it. What are you going to do? What's your plan for that? What is your plan for dealing with that? Do you have a plan that says, okay, you want to take back these products? Or do you have a plan that says you can't take it back? Hey, that's a plan too. I've seen some stores, they say, hey, we don't take refunds. They let you know up front. The most they'll do is give you maybe a store credit or something. But they'll let you know, hey, that's part of your plan too. What are you going to do for as many eventualities as you can think of? Like, there's always something that can come up that you're not thinking of. And that's cool. You know what? That's cool. But what are you going to do otherwise? What are you going to do otherwise? See, one thing, the business plan, it gives you something. It gives you that outline what you're going to do every day, what you're going to keep doing, what you're going to do on those days. Look, I'm going to be real with you. There's going to be some days you're going to be like, man, I don't feel like doing this. I don't care how much you love that business. I don't care how much you love it. There are going to be some days you're going to be like, man, I don't feel like doing this. I'm going to be real with y'all. There's sometimes I do not feel like doing these videos. I don't for any of my channels. Some days I just want to just sleep, rest in, do whatever. But no, I have a plan. I'm doing like my main videos on a Monday or a Tuesday. The next day, some more of my main videos, and plus the videos for my Deep Thought channel. And then I have a day right after that, I'm doing something for my Money channel. And then I have a time I'm doing something for ROM TV. I have certain times I'm doing something for my Vimeo on demand channel. You got to keep a plan. You got to keep a plan, and you got to stay on schedule, because the second you get off a schedule, the second you get off your plan, that can lead to problems. That can lead to problems, because then when something comes up, then you have a problem. And it could be a family thing, it could be somebody returning something. Like say you selling a product. All right, you making good sales. And then all of a sudden somebody returned the product. What's your plan for that? What is your plan for everything? And you can just write it out. Now, indeed, I think there might be some people, some businesses that can help you write out a business plan. If you're not sure how to write it out, hey, look up one of those businesses. Hey, with search engines and even AI, they can help you with something. Shoot, AI can help you write out a business plan. I would say, just real quick, just on a tangent on AI, use it for research. Use it for research. But you need to have that plan when you, whatever business, I don't care what the business is, have some plan. And like I said, it don't have to be long. You might have some people, they might have a whole booklet, but then some other people have maybe a page. That might be all you need, depending on what your business is. But you have to develop it. You have to have something that you follow. And the beauty of it is you have that plan on days you don't feel like following it. Because like I said, there's some days I don't feel like doing this. Trust me. Because look, I'm going to tell you what, there was something that came up right before I was going to do these recordings, do these business channel recordings. And it was something I was like, oh, wow. So it took me about 20 minutes to take care of something else. But I still had the plan to do these recordings. See, you want to keep going. See, stuff can happen. See, that's very important. Very, very important. So I want you, and I know it sounds basic. I know it sounds very basic, but you have to have that. Too many businesses, they just go and jump and do whatever. And then when stuff come up or slowdowns or something, or they just don't feel like doing it, and it can really hurt them. You have to keep going with that, okay? So anyway, that's all I have for the day. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.